Welcome back to another episode in that too.
Where it's just the two of us.
Naturally. What the fuck was
I
that?
don't know. Just a little laugh. So much has changed. No, it hasn't.
Well, I was gonna say.
So turns out that the reason that I couldn't breathe for, I'd say probably over half a year,
Yeah.
the better part of a year, is because of my pet rats. And how annoying is that, you know? When you get told by people and you're like, well,
Told by people, aka me.
you, but also like all of the doctors I
Yeah.
saw, and they
That
were like,
I forced you to
Yeah.
see.
they were like, do you have any like allergies? And I'm like, well, whenever I clean my rat cage, I can't breathe afterwards. But that's probably unrelated. I sleep in the same room with them, and we have cats. We can't like have the doors open or anything.
And
So I'm
this
just
just
being
in,
hot boxed.
Monica sleeps in the cage with the rats.
I sleep in the cage with the rats, yeah, which is probably not great. Despite all my rage, I do sleep in the cage. And now that they're gone, which like, really, that Kelly Clarkson song is about her getting rid of pet rats.
Yeah.
Since you my God, I can breathe for the first time. Here's the thing. Anyway, I can breathe fine now, and I'm so mad about it.
Why would you be mad about it?
Because I want it to be right.
Oh, poor baby.
Well, I wanted.
You didn't want to listen to me, and you wanted to have a problem that was awful, and that, getting rid of the rats didn't fix it. Still got a mystery disease.
Well, because then I could have been like, well, couldn't have been prevented easily by me. And then here we are. The reason I got the rats in the first place is because I, like, as an adult, have never had a little pet. What?
As an adult, I've never had a little teeny tiny cute little fluffy pet.
Yeah. I've only had the large ones, you know, like cats and dogs.
Cats, I feel like.
A cage pet.
Okay.
There you go. I've never had a cage pet, like as an adult. I had cage pets as kids. And the thing about that is that it always went really badly. So I don't know
What's
what
the
it
fun
was.
about having a cage pet as an adult? That's just more responsibility.
Well, you see, the thing that I envisioned, the thing that I thought, because when I went to the pet store and was looking at all the pets, I was thinking to myself, I want to be loved, you know? And so then I was like, well, I want a pet that will love me. And then everyone's like, oh, get rats. Rats are great for that. Which they are. Like, surprisingly. I was about to say even me and my, like, unlovable self. No, I mean, like, I've never had really good luck with that. You know, like, connecting with a prey animal emotionally. Like, I don't think of myself as being, like, Disney princess like that with animals.
Right.
But they were just like, oh, yeah, rats. Like, rats will love you. They're like little dogs. And I was like, cool. But the thing about rats, other than the fact that I'm allergic to them, not just that I can't breathe, which is worse, but also if I pick them up, I will break out in hives, is that they are very small.
Yeah.
And that's a whole dimension that I didn't consider. Like, a dog isn't gonna, like, crawl into the heating vents and get cooked alive, you know? Like, a rat
could. Yeah, Chihuahua.
I mean, I guess, but, like, they're not gonna want to. Rats are like, small hole to my almost certain demise. I bet
Yeah.
there's fun in there. But my rats are really good. People would talk about them, like, chewing holes in their cage and then, like, vamoosing. Mine never did that. All they did all day long was, like, sleep and eat and snuggle. Like, when they're, in the event that they were, like, toys or, like, enrichment stuff in their cage, they freaking didn't care at all. Bunch of homebody, lazy bones rats.
Well,
We went to the Renaissance Fair.
we did. And I made a whole freaking costume with, we posted about it on the Instagram, which will probably at this point be years ago.
Yeah. Maybe more than one.
Yeah. But I had little like bottled potions with my costume, and then the moment I walked in, they're like, you have to dump all those out. And I was like, it's like cranberry tea. And also, if it was alcohol, this is not enough. Well,
cats.
if it was like straight up vodka and all of them just died, I could see me getting drunk.
And all of them just died?
Like vodka died. Red.
What? Oh!
Good lord.
Oh. I was like, are you seeing like a vision of something right now? I was like, I understand now, yeah.
That would get me drunk. But I don't care about you being drunk. They want to sell you alcohol, which maybe is their purpose. But they always like frame it as like a safety thing. I'm like, what could I have in here that would be like an actual potion? Are you afraid that this is actually poison spray?
Madness and stone flesh.
But no.
He thought it was alcohol.
Alcohol.
Yeah, I did think it was funny that he was just like, you have to dump those out, because I was just like, I get it. Like, don't get me wrong. I totally can understand someone being like, my flask of dyed water, and then it's like freaking, some hard liquor. It probably, I mean, like, Renaissance goers sneaking alcohol into the Renaissance fair. It's gonna be like peppermint flavored vodka or something like stupid for babies. That was mean. Something, well, look.
I gotta say, peppermint flavored vodka sounds intense.
Sounds intense. Honestly, maybe I am the baby. Like, not only, it'd be like drinking tea tree shampoo.
Yeah.
Like, your whole body is cold.
My eyes will start melting from the smell.
Yeah. I could see someone doing that. I can't even remember what my point was, yeah.
I don't know.
They probably, and then you...
I open it, tell them, take a sip. You'll see it's cranberry tea. And
and
you might get a little ill.
Oh, what I was going to say was I could totally see someone doing that, but as someone who knows you very well, and I know that you're not, no stranger to debauchery. As if you've been listening to this podcast for all of the episodes, you know that Shay is a certified bad kid.
Have I talked about that before?
I think that you have, because I remember being like, oh snap, am I hanging out with a bad kid in some episode?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I can't remember in what
what we revealed about you. But you now, you're like
reformed.
That John Mulaney joke, but I guess that was a huge freaking lie, where he was like, I mean, maybe not. Anyway, where he was just like, I smoked cocaine on the night of my college graduation, and now I'm afraid to get a flu shot. People change, but as it turned out, he was still very much addicted to every single possible drug. You are if he was not addicted, and that was real.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I did all this stuff in high school, and now I fear for my life in every scenario.
Scenario. Every scenario.
In every scenario.
Yeah, you sowed your wild oats.
Yeah. I realized very quickly in my youth, me saying this as I'm 22 years old, which I'm gonna be 23 soon. In what's today? Looking at the calendar.
The 28th.
Like next week.
No way.
Next week I'll be 23. How fun.
Wow, next Friday.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What?
I hope your Earth Day present doesn't come late.
Oh, did you get me something?
And I've been like, October. Still chilling. Still good. It's gonna be November. We got a whole nother 4 days of October. Okay, I'm sure it'll come in time. We're chilling.
But
yeah, what?
I wasn't done talking.
Me bad.
And then now I'm completely sober, and I don't even drink coffee.
Yeah, can't handle coffee.
Yeah,
too
like
intense. She gets hammered.
I can't. I'm like Finch when he drinks too much milk.
Yeah.
If I drink too much coffee, I mean that's anyone. But if I have one like a couple sips of a cup of coffee,
Yeah.
I lose my mind.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Look, I get it. I'm not that way, but I have been. I used to drink cold brew with shots in it. I was one of those, and I'd be like, why do I feel awful all the time and I can't sleep? And that was why.
Yeah. It's funny when people, because I'm a server, and people will like order alcoholic beverages, and then they'll be like, what do you think about it? And I'm like, I don't drink alcohol, but and they're like, and it's either like two reactions. It's either them being like, oh, good for you, yeah, good for you, and I'm like, am I making you feel bad about yourself? Because it's not, you don't need to do this.
Yeah.
It's just a personal choice.
Yeah.
Or it's somebody going, oh, I'm so sorry, and I'm like, no, this is also not because of like, well, because of but I was just like, no, it's just like a fact, like I'm chilling, it's fine.
People think you're taking some sort of moral high ground.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like it's as innocuous as saying like my favorite color's blue.
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't drink. It's people are always people be like, what alcohol, whatever, or talking about drinking, and I'll be like, well, I don't drink, and then they're like, act like I have just like pulled out a cross and like it lit on fire in front of them or something, like.
Because it is funny, because it's like, I'm not saying that to be like, oh, I don't drink, you alcoholic.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. I just don't, because I get weird if I do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like fun. It's not like, ooh, Monica's drunk. It's like, I'm sobbing, and then also my brain is splitting in half and melting out of my ears. And nobody wants that, especially not me.
And then, I don't do drugs anymore either. And then, not that I ever really did them that intensely anyways, but, and then, like, so people do that, and then sometimes they'll ask also, like, I'll get, like, a 2-hit whammy, where they'll be like, have you tried, like, what alcoholic beverages do you like? I'm like, I don't like whatever. And then they're like, well, is the coffee good? And I'm like, well, buddy.
The classic 2-hit whammy question. Question about alcohol and then question about caffeine related.
I was talking to somebody, and it like came up that I don't drink coffee, and then afterwards it came up that I don't drink alcohol, and then they're like, are you like completely
pure
sober?
living, baby?
Yeah. And I was like, yeah.
I do heroin up my butt. Other than that, though, yeah. I want to meet that guy who's just like, I don't smoke weed, I don't drink coffee, I don't drink alcohol at all, but I do inject meth into my eyeball veins.
But I only do it on Tuesdays, just as a cleanse for my...
I call it Mike's Magic Tuesday. You could be like, you could say that though. You could, oh gosh, that'd be so funny if I went to a restaurant and I was just like, you got any recommendations as far as like the drinks are concerned, and you're like, well, I don't drink, but no, and then I'm just like, okay, was the coffee good? And you're like, no, but the like heroin enema. You gotta try it.
Just order the chef's special, and
the chef's special.
It'll be underneath the pancakes that we serve you. It'll be hidden underneath.
You turn the menu over and pancake the pancakes, like that guy on Instagram who like makes people's names front ways and back ways. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
It says pancakes. It like
flips. Turn it upside down. It says
heroin enema. The secret menu.
What is this one option? I can hardly read what this says.
But if you turn it over, it very clearly says heroin enema. We're working on it. That the chef was up all night with a friggin' cigarette and a cup of coffee.
And the heroin enema.
And a stack of pancakes. Wink, wink. Trying to make it work out. Like, he's not a graphic designer, okay? He's a chef.
Oh.
He does do the menu, though. He handwrites each one. Is heroin an upper?
It's a downer.
It's a downer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. While crying. I don't know. I was going to
Uppers
say...
and downers don't mean that they make you happy or sad.
Well, cocaine make you clean your house. I was thinking that I was going to say, drug joke, that he was like, he could do them real fast.
Oh.
But then he does them in slow motion.
Yeah. That's why he was up all night. It
That's
takes
why
him forever.
Yeah, it's actually really easy to do. He just sucks. You all know in high school when you used to write pancake, you type pancake in your calculator and then upside down it would say heroin and 8,008. 8,000, what is it? 80,085 or 58,008?
No, 80,085.
No, because it would
80085.
That would be spoob.
Well, you don't have to turn it upside down. You just look at it. You're writing it in the fucking air.
Because I wanted to make sure the S should be going in the right direction. I made it a 2 so I could do it in secret. So then you have to flip it over. Because like, what is 8,082? 80,000 freaking. And you turn it over and then you're like, oh, it says boobs. Got it.
Got it.
Yeah. You could save it in your calculator.
Well.
Hey guys,
Click on the last episode of Nat 2.
Yeah, in the last episode of our
D&D
D&D podcast.
wasting your time for 18 minutes.
Look, we gotta we have to catch up.
We got it. We. In the last episode of Nat 2, Finch started weaving a tale at this is the very end of the episode. I feel like I always start at the very end. I think it's because it's like the first thing I remember. I start from the end and then go backwards in time.
It's just my process.
Well, okay, so we'll start with this. Iffy and Tavumile were at the dinner talking, and then Tavumile decided that she was going to go talk to Frenthius. Succeeded in doing that and had a harrowing conversation where she returned to Iffy haggard, and Iffy was like, what the fuck is going... Because basically Frenthius was like, your mother is alive upon my request. If you don't do what I desire of you, which is to stop looking into this and stop asking questions and keep your nose out of it, that will no longer be true. And Tavumile has never felt so much fear in her entire life. So that happened, and then returned to Iffy haggard, and Iffy was like, what the heck? And she's like, I can't tell you. Please just believe me as to why I can't tell you. And Iffy was like, fucking okay. So they went back to the dinner, and that was them, basically. And then Viray is still, he went to bed in his room, so he's there. The boys and Mio and Yezi are, Navatil is a boy. He's part of the boys. Isn't that fun?
Join the boys.
Join the boys.
Honorary boy.
Send your applications to nat2podcast@gmail.com to join the boys. And we'll shout you out, you know?
Yeah. This guy joined the boys.
This guy joined the boys.
Join the boys.
We're at, right now, 4 fictional members of the boys.
Yeah. 4 fictional members, and then there's also Yezi and Mio.
Yeah.
As honorary boys.
Yeah, well, Yezi is an honorary boy. Yezi is
already an honorary boy, yeah.
You're an honorary boy.
You're an honorary boy. That's my favorite friggin' reel that we ever did. I'm not the boy. You're an honorary boy. With glee.
And good Christ, trying to think of what was happening. Basically, they started a fire. They were going to, bed down for the night. And then Mio and Lucian are going to be taking the first watch. And Yezi, or no. They're going to be taking the second watch. Yezi's going to be taking the first watch. Yezi and Fingers had a conversation about basically Fingers being like, I am choosing to stay in this, and I'm going to get it together. Like, I'm going to stop being so pissed off eternally. Because Yezi was like, it doesn't matter if I am. I'm helping out, and people don't expect a certain persona from me. They expect one from you. And when you don't provide that, it causes like a, disruption in the equilibrium of this group. And Fingers basically agreed. And then Etheod and Lucian talked for a bit about how Lucian was like, I just want the same thing to happen in my life over and over and over again. And Etheod thought that he was saying that was a horrible thing. And so Etheod went, that sounds awful. I agree with you.
That's
and then
so
Lucian went,
funny.
oh.
Because I, as Lucian, was just, like, in character as Lucian, but also, like, kind of in real life. I was like, yeah, that sounds pretty chill. And then you were like, that sounds awful. And I was like, it does. It sounds miserable.
And then we go to Finch, trying to get his brother's attention the whole night, not succeeding. And then finally, Linus comes to bed, where Finch starts weaving a tale about how he knows all this little information that he knows that he's not supposed to, and how being a wat is wee fun, because a lot of the times, people don't know you're there. And that's where we ended.
And that's where we freaking ended. I've never been camping before, and I just realized that this would be...
I have many times.
Yeah, this would be a question that one should know the answer to. Do you put the fire out before you go to sleep? Is that a stupid question?
Yes, unless... So, they're not, like, camping with tents, so they're going to be always, like, seeing it, But you don't want typically a fire to be going if you're unconscious, because you don't have like an eye on it.
Oh yeah, but
if
I get that. But like Yezi's gonna stay awake. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it would be fine. But if it was like freezing, then yeah, you would keep it on, because it's not like they got blankets or shit like that.
Cool. So, I would imagine then a result. So Lucian kind of, after his conversation with Yezi, goes back to around sort of where Etheod is. Vatil and Mio you can hear little goat snores, and you being you, Yezi and Etheod, everyone can, but also them. Little goat snores, and also like the snores of an adult man. Evidencing that Vatil and Mio are dead to the world right now. And Lucian is still sort of like, now that it's been established that he's got the second watch, he's like, okay, watch, that means I have to trance in order so it'll be 4 hours. So he goes kind of to sit down back against the tree that he was sitting in front of before. And as one does when they meditate, he crosses his legs. He sits crisscross applesauce, and folds his arms up. And where's Etheod at relative to him?
I mean, I think that he was just hanging out where they were at, like, talking.
Mm-hmm. He just stayed there.
Yeah.
Is he gonna, for to sleep, get any kind of closer to the fire, or...
Probably. I think he doesn't like that Lucian's so far away. Like, he understands why, because of the heat of the fire, but I think that he's like, I don't know. Yeah,
he's not like, you can't like see him. If you reached out, you would like be able to, you would have to reach out and like crawl a few feet, but you could like get your hand on his foot from where you are now.
Okay.
So he's not like, well, yeah, you'd have to go a little bit. You'd probably have to go 2 Etheod lengths to be able to like put your hand on his foot from where you are now. So he's not like in the forest,
I think that probably Etheod just kind of stays over there.
Mm-hmm. So he's kind of in between the fire and Lucian.
Yeah.
Like semi-equidistant between the two. once it is established that yes, he's going to take the first watch, Fingers doesn't look like he's making any motions to get any closer to the fire, but he is like, you know, like he's like like a little bit, like teeth chattering and like shaking a little bit.
Why didn't you go over to the fire?
I don't know. I mean, like, you know, I don't know. Do you know?
No.
Like, if there was a like a door, and then like some walls and the stuff, I would want to be.
You want to be inside?
Well, yeah. I mean, preferably, but I mean, like, you know, like if we could be in that area, and then on the other side of the door would be them, you know.
Oh, you want to be alone?
I mean, yeah. But I don't know. I guess I'm being stupid since...
Well, you need to go to sleep. And you need to be warm. I am going to be paying attention doing a watch, so...
So you don't want me to distract you? Is that what you're saying?
Preferably.
Well, it'll be hard for me to do that while I'm asleep, unless you're, you know, unless I'm the beautifulest boy.
You are.
And you're, oh yeah, wow. You're gonna watch me sleep or something.
Well, that's part of a watch.
But I don't think I'll be like breakdancing or anything that would draw your attention.
That would be impressive. I would like to see that.
You see me snoring, and I'm just doing various tricks associated with breakdancing. Yeah, I'll go over to where the fire is. You're gonna come with me?
For a little, but I'll be walking around.
Okay. You'll be okay?
Yes.
You promise?
I promise.
If something's wrong, you're gonna tell me?
Yes.
Okay. Well. He gets up and he's like, I feel like Vatil is gonna catch on fire. No? I mean...
Well, that's his problem.
Okay. Fingers like gets up. He's gonna like kind of put a hand on her shoulder and he's looking down at her. Really though, don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Okay. Don't do anything you wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just be smart, you know, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Don't get hurt.
I don't plan on it.
That's good. That's good.
Mish, go to sleep.
Well, I guess I'll see you in the morning when we wake up. And good night.
Good night.
He's gonna like duck his head down and go over to where the fire is.
I think that Yezi is gonna sit by the fire for a little bit. I assume probably, honestly, Mish falls asleep really quickly.
Oh, like a light switch.
I think that once
you called him Mish as Shay.
I know. I usually say Fingers.
Yeah, no. You're like, Mish is reserved only for Yezi and his mom. That's it.
That's so funny.
I was charmed by Mish.
I think that she doesn't want to stay by the fire for too long because she wants to be able to see in the dark. And you know how, like, if you're looking at something light and then you go look into the darkness, it takes a while for your eyes to adjust.
Gotta get an eye patch.
Yeah, you lift that up and you're good.
Night vision.
I think that she's like, I'm not gonna stare at this bright light for too long because it's gonna be detrimental to my ability to
see in the dark.
Yeah.
It's funny that tieflings need 8 hours of sleep because they have freaking dark vision.
Weirdo babies.
Weirdo sweepy need babies.
Yeah, and Yezi doesn't have dark vision, so
yeah,
she's just got regular old vision.
Yeah. Lucian might.
Lucian does.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was about to say Lucian doesn't, and I was just like, I think he does. Cool. So Fingers walks over to where Lucian and Etheod are. Lucian is very obviously still awake. He's got like he's in his like cool monk stance, you know, like the crisscross applesauce, arms crossed. But he's not. Anytime, how many times has Etheod seen elves trance? Like now and again?
Yeah. Because I feel like it's typically reserved for when you're in like a room by yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like someone would pop a squat.
Yeah.
But like, you know, he would go to somewhere, open a door to what he thinks is his room, and there's an elf in there trancing, and he's like, that's what that looks like. Interesting.
Yeah. And didn't he see No, I don't think he saw Thalen doing that, so never mind.
Yeah. I think Thalen... No, did he trance? I don't remember.
Thalen did trance. He did in the hallway.
Right, yeah.
Etheod was asleep downstairs.
Yeah, and I was going to say, Lucian has only slept.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like, forget that. Knock me out. So basically, Etheod can tell that he's not asleep, first of all, because he's kind of still moving around, but also because he's like only looking at one thing, so maybe, but it's Vatil, not like he's like got eyes on him to make sure he doesn't like stick an arm out and then it just gets cooked, and you can kind of tell that he's trying to decide if he should do something about it. He's just vaguely looking over.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine. I think that if he gets hurt, he'll wake up and then move away.
Don't his clothes to get you on fire, something like that.
Well, I don't know. Do you want me to go wake him up?
No, I dare listen to me anyway.
Well, that's what I said to me.
I dare he'd listen to any of us.
I don't know. Maybe he might listen to me.
I don't think we would wake him up.
Okay. Well, I mean, Mia's there too, so I don't know what she would do, but maybe like stop, drop, and roll him.
Stop it! Just roll him around. I don't know. Maybe I'll get Yuzi to take a look at him. He like looks over, and yes, he's kind of just like getting a perimeter type situation. You guys are quiet for a little bit, as you watch Fingers kind of join you. And Fingers, Lucian's looking away from where Fingers would see him, so he doesn't see his face. Like you would imagine he wouldn't
Fingers
see his face.
Doesn't see his
Fingers
face?
wouldn't see Lucian's face. But he sees that Etheod is awake with his very good dark vision. And he walks over to where you guys are and kind of like gets down on the ground with you. And as he does, he slaps Lucian's foot. He says, "Wake up." And Lucian looks at him. He's like, "I'm awake, mate. You got something to say." And Fingers kind of like gets down so that his elbows are bent like underneath his chest, and he's just flat on the ground. He's like, "I want to say I'm sorry for being I don't know, jerk, I guess." Whatever.
Are you too afraid to say it to looking at us? Or
No.
him? Who are you apologizing to? Both of us?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. And he like sits up and he looks at Lucian. Lucian like cocks his head to the side and he's like, "I'm sorry for being a jerk. You can trust me, I'm not gonna leave you guys, or I'm sorry for what I said earlier to Yezi about leaving if she wanted to, because I said it because I was mad, and now I'm not. So.
Well, to be fair, I've tried to leave like 1,600 times.
Yeah, but you know, you're like a kid and stuff. He
not.
winks at you. It's right, mate. I mean, honestly, if you did want to, I'd understand. You have your own volition, so. But I don't. Well, I mean, like, I'd rather this wasn't happening, obviously, but I'm not gonna go anywhere, so.
Okay.
He's gonna get up and kind of looks at Etheod and goes, "Did I do a good job?"
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not practiced in apologies and...
I feel like you do it quite semi-regularly.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I don't know if I do them right then. Yeah, I feel like there's like an etiquette to it, you know, probably. Like I've heard that like, you know, oh, I'm sorry that you feel that way is like not an apology or something. Like that you have to say like, oh, I'm sorry I made you feel that way.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's just sort of a language thing. You know.
I don't know. I feel like I could just say I'm sorry and then have that be like fine. Or not. Let's go to sleep maybe.
You got 102 seconds of silence.
I
Haven't you?
don't want.
Something bad's going to happen if everyone stops talking.
Maybe it will.
Maybe nobody's saying anything because nobody has anything intelligent to say.
I always have intelligent things to say.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
What was the last thing you said? Maybe if I say sorry, everything could be like fine.
But is it not intelligent?
Socrates worthy quote there, Etheod.
Socrates?
Yeah, it's his name. What?
Socrates?
Yeah.
Socrates. Socrates? I'm a little Socrates.
What did you say? What are you saying?
The way that you...
How are you supposed to say it?
Socrates.
Socrates?
Yes.
Okay. Well, how about Aristotle?
Wasn't Aristotle like a... Was he a philosopher? I thought that he was like a space guy. Like he like calculated the stars. That's Galileo. Never mind.
Space guy.
I don't know. Canon, these are all people that exist in Yennefer.
No, yes, Socrates and Socrates and Aristotle. You know, come up for me 2 names of 2 fictional philosophers who they could be quoting. Yeah.
Okay. Cronila and Domiralak.
Domiralak is good. Cronila I'll take. You, the listener, breaking the 4th wall, hello, you can decide who is who. Well, I guess we should probably go to sleep, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, he's looking at us like she'll make us go to sleep forever if we don't go to sleep, so...
She's terrifying.
I'm not scared of your little girlfriend, mate.
Oh, I fully am.
That's funny. I am. She's very scary. Are you good also? I guess I should ask that. In what way, mate? Like your... I don't know, your body.
Hey, Lucian, is your body good?
Hey, Lucian, is your body good? You know, like as a friend. I just wanted to know. I mean, are you asking if I'm right? Because, I mean, yeah, for the most part. I think tomorrow will be, hopefully, like, I feel like I'm like 72%.
That's passing.
It is, yeah. I mean, maybe for you, lot.
I never went to school, so...
I sort of went to school, and I would have been overjoyed with a 72.
Is your shoulder okay? You fully took an arrow, and then we kind of just grazed past that.
That's the reason for the 72. I think I was at like a 80 something maybe before then. It's alright. He does like a shoulder or whatever. Oof. It will be alright tomorrow, I'm sure. It makes me think of, what's his name? Little guy.
Little guy?
Finch.
Oh. Why? Oh, because of his broken arm?
Yeah, I mean, I hope he's doing alright.
I hope he's not. No, wait. I realized that the way I paused with it said, like, I hope he's not doing alright. I hope he's doing alright.
I hope he's not. I hope that little 12-year-old is having just an awful day.
No, I hope he's not, like, I don't know, telling the whole world about us.
I don't think that we can worry about that. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he would. I mean, you've like fixed this broken arm. I mean, I know he's a kid and he doesn't understand the gravity of the situation, and
I think that, I don't know, I think he likes knowing stuff. Like dangling that in front of people.
oh, you mean like he wouldn't, because then it wouldn't be valuable or something?
No, like I think that he would like tell people like, oh, I know something you don't know, and then.
Excellent, Etheod. That would make sleeping so much easier.
Okay. See, this is why I've suggested that we go to sleep like 5 minutes ago, because that not talking is awful, and then but talking I also am awful at it.
Well, I mean, you gotta like hand it to kids. I mean, kids. I know, like, don't get me wrong. I know that we just got blackmailed by a 10-year-old. But kids are like, they're like weirdly loyal, you know? Like weirdly, like.
Yeah.
I mean, in my experience at least, he seemed to, take a shine to us for whatever that's worth. And
well, we're the whole reason that he got to go on an adventure.
yeah, and I mean, Lucian, you fixed his broken arm that he broke him own self, like jumping out of a thing. And I mean, I know it hurt, but you fix it like on the spot, and that's a lot. I mean, that's lucky that you could do that. It's nothing to do with me. It's lucky he was a human.
What?
So I could fix it then. I certainly wouldn't use a greater restoration on an elf of the same age.
Why?
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, if it was life-threatening or something like that, of course I would, but elves are, well, I mean, humans are an odd sort.
An odd sort?
I mean, as far as, like, they seem to be able to withstand a sort of odd amount of physical and emotional stresses.
Oh.
I mean, ones that would really have an effect on an elf. He kind of like rolls his eyes at himself. Maybe, what are you talking about? I mean, his arm broke. It's not like it didn't break, right? No, it broke, but I mean, using something so strong on a child, I mean, it's not responsible to use on an elf. People say, I've read papers where it's due to the lifespan. So, humans on average tend to live only like 70 years. I mean, slightly over 100 being the absolute maximum. Well, of course, we can expect to reach at least 125, if not 150. And forgive me, I don't know so much about tieflings, but it's my understanding it's about the same for you lot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, then, given that humans need to sort of mature quickly in that respect, it's all sort of sped up. I'll give an example.
Etheod's just like staring at him.
Fingers is like cocked his head to one side and then to the other side. I used a greater restoration on my leg 2 days ago, and it wasn't, perfect. Sort of my, provisional solution. and circumstances haven't been ideal since then, what with, I suppose taking contact, if you will, walking through a tunnel system, being dropped by a 16-year-old who was carrying me for a laugh.
Okay, look.
All the walking we've been doing today, like I said, 72, 80 without the arrow. But I mean, I told the lad to not turn into animals for a few days as a precaution, not an order. I don't see many humans, but according to my research of humans and druids, I'm sure if he chooses to, he'd be fine. Not really, physiologically. Even probably more so since he's a druid.
What do you mean more so since he's a druid?
Because his body is under more stress.
Oh.
As it changes so frequently. So.
Well, what about, like, Iffy? She's, like, half.
I mean, I assume it's the same situation. Half people who are half elves, half whatever, lifespan generally seems to be split between the two. So I'd imagine she'd have that.
In the war, didn't you have to use, like, strong stuff? Like, you know, like, I would assume you'd have to use, like, greater restoration and...
Of course.
But, so what, it just, like, they were out of the game for a while? Or was it, like, even though it wasn't, like, perfect?
There you go. You do what you got to do. And don't get me wrong, I wasn't there in the beginning, but...
Oh.
It doesn't, it's sort of... You've sort of got a certain amount in you. For whatever reason, especially if you're an elf, of a certain amount that you can physically handle. As far as, I mean, resurrection is the big one, but even greater restoration. So it stresses your body so much.
Can elves... Did humans handle resurrection better than elves?
They tend to, yeah.
What's that mean? Like...
Well, I've never been resurrected.
Oh, good. I think.
I would say it was good. What I've heard is it's very sort of difficult to deal with personally. And at first, it was thought to just be a side effect, you know, coming back to yourself. All of your systems restarting depending on the time between the event and your resurrection. And it would dissipate gradually. And that appears to be somewhat the case. But it doesn't really go away, I suppose. It sort of lingers, the effects.
Is that what Yezi was talking about with Iffy?
Potentially. I mean, I imagine that she was raised once or twice. And you don't always come all the way back, I guess. Sort of the way to put it. It's hard to say if it's true.
Why? I feel like it is.
Well, because people want to.
Come back?
You got a family.
Oh.
You got life. Children, you know, things like that. To return to, and they're counting on you. It doesn't matter how you feel. You've got responsibilities, and as long as you're able to complete them, you want to complete them, you just sort of deal with it, you know, grin and bear it. Well, you want to be there for your unit. You don't want to have anyone else. You want to prevent someone else from having to go through the same thing.
I like living, but if I die, don't bring me back.
Likewise. Lucian looks at Fingers, who is asleep.
Well,
I find it interesting that you're so interested in all of this.
why?
I don't know. I mean, it's sort of, it's very, very known to me, the intricacies. And I sort of operate understanding that these things are true. It's interesting to see your perspective where they're not obvious. That's all.
Well, I don't know. I feel like for me to have known things, really, I would have had to read about them. I didn't talk to very many people, and if I did, it wasn't about stuff like this.
I'm not blaming you.
I'm not saying that you are. I don't know. I like learning things.
Well, I guess one of my many talents is to hold on eternally to things that are concerning me, and I guess I was just worried that he wasn't alright, and that wasn't a good call.
It wasn't alright.
Giving him the greater restoration.
Oh, Finch?
Yeah, I guess I wanted to... I don't know, I didn't want to see him hurting. I guess really that was it. I don't see many humans. Just something that I'd read about, really. So it's my knowledge.
But they're not humans in the war, like in your unit.
No, not children. Not proper children, I mean.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I mean, like patients. You could give an adult human greater restoration as long as, anyway, there's specific indications for it. But and during the war, we didn't have had anything to give them like that anyway.
Oh.
So, anyway, I was just thinking about it. We have to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Um,
I've never gotten, well, never mind.
What?
I was going to say something, but I realised it was a lie. I was going to say that I've never gotten, hurt like that, but I have. It was like when I was younger.
What do you mean? Your horns?
Oh, what? Oh, yeah, I guess that, no.
Is that not what you're referring to?
No, for some reason, I don't count it as like an injury, even though it was...
It's an injury, mate.
I know, when I think about it, I think about it like an event, not an injury. No, I'm pretty sure that I've broken my arm once, but it was never I didn't go to a doctor, so it just hurt for a really long time and then it stopped. And then I jumped off the roof of my house and landed in some mud.
For what purpose? Were you being chased by?
No, I was trying, well...
You don't need to tell me if you don't want to.
I just don't want to bum you out.
Mate, Lucian, extends his arms out, looks around him. If you want to tell me, just tell me.
It doesn't, make me sad anymore. I mean, it really didn't at the time either. It was just frustrating. But, the room that I had at my parents' house, it had a hole in the roof, and so anytime it rained, my room was kind of just always wet because it would rain, and I didn't have any windows, so it wouldn't dry out at all or go anywhere. And so I figured that I could fix the hole in the roof, and then I wouldn't have that problem anymore. And so I got like a ladder and like, sticks and thatching and stuff, and went up there, and then my dad got like angry at me for doing that, so he took the ladder away, and then I had to like get down somehow. So I figured it wasn't that far, which it would have been fine, but the like mud, there was like a bunch of mud like around the house, and so I landed in the mud and like twisted my ankle, and I like couldn't walk on it, so I just like put like sticks on like the sides and like to make it not bend and stuff. Don't look at me like that.
I don't know. I meant to look at you.
I don't know.
I couldn't possibly relate less.
Oh,
Well, I mean, my dad getting angry at me, I could certainly relate to, but that was. I guess we're quite different.
yeah. Probably.
Well,
Sleep time.
are you okay?
Yes.
Like, I mean, is it still sore?
Oh, my ankle?
Yeah, or your arm?
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
Of course you don't.
Oh, I think I'm fine.
Well, you probably are then.
Okay.
Let's go to sleep.
Okay. Etheod's gonna like very stiffly lay backwards and kind of turn on his side away from both of them.
Lucian turns his head kind of straight on and shuts his eyes. And then they sort of halfway open and glaze over. And he's a trancing.
Trancing.
And then Yezi's doing a little waxy.
Yes, I am.
Cool. So everybody except for Yezi drifts off to sleep / starts meditating. And somewhere else, it's night.
Somewhere else.
It's somewhere else. It's nighttime, sisters. It's nighttime somewhere else.
There you go.
No, that's not what I meant to say.
It's nighttime there too.
Somewhere else, other things are happening. Semicolon. It is proper night.
Okay.
It is very night.
Like
it is like
middle of the night.
Well, it's like 11. So yeah. So not exactly the middle of the night, but
Yeah.
close. Which is, and I don't think I'm telling tales out of school when I say this, past Finch's bedtime. So he is just like absolutely
having the time of his life.
Yeah, this
going
is the
on an
greatest
adventure,
day.
staying up past bedtime, knowing a bunch of stuff people don't know about.
Psycho watching we torturing my older brother for sport. Fun! I'd be up at 11 o'clock p.m. in his womb in the castle.
And telling him a tale.
Twelling him a tale?
I was going to say twisting, and then I went, that's not correct. Twirling him a tale.
Somewhere. Literally only thing that my brain is supplying me with as a transition is somewhere else. Somewhere else it is nighttime. I don't know which makes any sense. We're just gonna ride that. Somewhere else it is nighttime. And during this nighttime, in the castle, Lynch?
You're having a stroke.
Finch, call them Bondulans. Finch is about to spin his yarn.
Yeah.
For Linus, who is looking at him with the half-lidded eyes of someone who either has been up for a really long time or usually goes to bed earlier.
Yeah.
And you are like standing on his bed?
I'm standing on the ottoman at the edge of the bed, like walking back and forth, gesturing grandly.
Linus is sitting in a chair that looks like you shouldn't sit in it. Like, it looks like a decoration. Kind of like leaning forward and raising his eyebrows, looking at you with interest that is veiled behind a layer of can't let him know that I'm that interested. I have to maintain, first of all, for the whole like older brother, younger brother dynamic, I can't care too much.
Yeah.
Blow.
Once he knows I care too much, I've lost it all.
Yeah, I've lost it all. I have to maintain a certain aloofness, and also because he is desperately interested.
Yes.
And yeah. Cool. So, he's sitting down, the stage is set.
First and foremost, to pay for your ticket to the show, you have to tell me why you're so stressed. And you have to be honest. I'll tell if you're lying, so.
Well, Finch, my job is pretty stressful in general. I mean, we have the party, the ball tomorrow, we have dinner this evening. And very many guests staying at the castle, and they all have specific needs to which I must attend. So.
You're giving me like a professional why. It's not, I feel like you're hiding something. I'm not satisfied.
Well, there are many things that I'm not at liberty to discuss with my little brother.
Even if you want to know information?
Even if look, you have things you want to tell me, and I'm here to listen to you, Finch.
I don't necessarily want to tell you.
Oh? Well, if you don't want to tell me, then don't tell me. And he stands up.
Okay, wait. Fine. I'll tell you. But you have to swear that this doesn't leave the womb. It's just between you and me. Dad would be so pissed.
Well, Finch, I will say this. If it comes to my attention that someone is in danger, then I will have to act. It is my duty as a seneschal to the
Well, you
throne of the
probably already
20
know
clan.
that.
My point is this. I won't tell Dad. I promise.
Who would you tell?
Depends on the nature of the information.
We're structuring my whole story now.
I doubt that it's true in the first place, so.
Oh, really? You think I'm a liar?
It's not. Finch. I love you as my baby brother. But you're just a kid. You can't understand all the intricacies of what's going on. So it's not that you wouldn't know. It's not that you would be lying. It's that you wouldn't understand that what you're saying isn't true.
I think that you're not giving me enough credit.
Oh.
I'm a what smarter. Also, I'm 10. 10 is not... I'm not a 5. I'm double that. And I don't know. I feel like I know stuff. And I'm smart.
Well, seems like there are things that you want to tell me. Why don't you just tell me?
Fine.
Linus, like, runs a hand through his hair, like, rubs his, bridge of his nose. What is that?
Everything Finch knows.
Oh my gosh, does he take out a piece of paper?
That would be hilarious. No.
I wrote it all down.
I wrote it all down, criminalizing myself.
Incriminating my own self.
Thank you for attending the show. We're gonna start now. He's gonna like look down, put both hands up, then snap his head up looking at Linus and go, picture this. A widow wat. Haven't seen his wat family in a month. His wat wife dead because they live only like 2 years. And she was quite old. Wat adopted children, grown up, have careers now, want nothing to do with you. You alive.
Finch.
Yes.
It's been a long day. I really want to go to sleep. If this is gonna be just theatrics, can it wait until tomorrow?
No. You have to come along with me on the ride, alright? I'm trying to make it interesting
You can't
because...
just skip to all the...
No, this is part of it.
The theatrics?
Yes! Come on, you're dampening my creative spirit.
All right, keep going.
Right. Where was I? White family doesn't want anything to do with me. Kicking me out. So I'm walking the streets of Waypoint Town as a wat and trying not to get stepped on, and I'm in a fancy area because one of my adopted wat children decided to become a wat warrior, and he lives in the underground of the Westway side where all the fancy people are because they drop a lot of coins so people can pay for warriors. Alright?
What? Currency is just currency? It's just money? I would have thought it would be like cheese or seeds or something.
That's food.
Please continue.
Thank you. So, besides, you don't know how many druids. Mom and Dad don't give me a lot of allowance. I would want whack currency to be regular currency, and then I'd turn into a boy again, and then I have full gold.
I can see why that would be pleasant.
Maybe my adopted white children are also druids. I don't think my wife was a druid because she died and she was...
I regret asking this question. Please continue.
Oh, wait. Walking the streets. Dad...
It seems that we have started over. Every time I interrupt you, you must start from the beginning.
No, I'm not starting from the beginning. I'm just reminding you where we left off.
Thank you for the reminder.
We're walking the streets. I don't know where Dad is because I don't know where I am, but I know I'm in the fancy Westway part of Waypoint Town where everything's expensive and everyone wears high heels, and that's dangerous. So, I walk into a shop and some lady screams and she's chasing me out with a broom, right? And so I take shelter in a hole in the wall of some building, and it's weeding through. There's little quacks and other little stuff, and then I climb up, and then there's a hole in the wall that has a bunch of white, and I'll go, this is my way out. I could have gone backwards, but maybe I wanted to go this way, right? Scene set. A little rat climbing through a little hole. What do I see? A fancy, schmancy room, wallpapered, gilded, bed, well, fainting couch. Is that what they're called?
Well, what did it look like?
Well, green and long plush. Besides the point.
Besides the point, we can agree.
There were 2 ladies in here. I scurry along, and I hide under the little couch, right? And I'm hearing these ladies talking. One of them, real fancy, real, old money, tells a butler, I think, he looked pretty fancy too, to go get some munchies. That sounds interesting.
Finch.
Yes.
Are you sure I need all of this information?
Yes.
Okay.
Goes get some munchies. That's why I stay. Snacks. People drop snacks all the time. I'm a little whack. What can you expect? So, one of the ladies, somebody that's quite familiar to you and me, both, a little green Ewadwin, a little white-haired, green, no-shoe-wearing Eldrin in this little room. I'm sitting under the couch, resting, waiting for the munchies to arrive, and hearing them talk. I'm hearing a bunch of conversation about how this little green Eldrin, secret, it's Tavumile, talking about how she doesn't wear shoes, and that she doesn't want to wear shoes with whatever this fancy lady chose for her to wear. By the way, this fancy lady, she's a high elf. And she doesn't want to wear shoes because it makes roots grow on her shoes. Who wants roots on her shoes? On her feet. Who wants roots growing on their feet? That sounds miserable. I would not want roots growing on my feet. So I'm sitting down there thinking, yes, nodding along to what she's saying. I wouldn't want roots. Of course I wouldn't wear shoes. And then the other lady's saying, well, it kind of looks like you're wearing shoes anyways, so it'd be fine for this party. And I'm like, what party? That would be thematically appropriate that you got bark feet. Oh, the ball that I was hearing about. The one that's spring themed. This lady must be going to the ball, putting puzzle pieces together underneath this couch. So, the munchies arrive. Olives, dried apricots. Walnuts. Perfect mixture of droppable snacks. And lo and behold, drops a walnut. That's mine. Grab, eating this walnut as they talk some more. They're drinking stuff that's probably alcohol, because every time that mommy and daddy drink alcohol, they always go,
That's true. Us queens can't hold our wickle well.
Well, that's what they were doing. So this green little girl, next 2 drinks, one after the other. And then she's getting a little weird, you know? Not weird like how Jack gets weird, but weird how sometimes Dad gets weird when he has too many beers.
She started singing sea shanties?
No. Just like, you know, loose and fun and I don't know, not in control of your faculties.
I see. I understand.
Right. So, they eat the munchies, and Tavumile talks about being in the papers for not bringing Talenthi a gift the last time she was here. And I went, oh, she went to Talenthi and didn't bring a gift? I didn't know that you had to bring a gift. So me too, I would have been in the papers as well. But she is an adult, I think. She looks like an adult. She should have known that she should have brought a gift to Talenthi if she didn't want to be in the papers. So now I'm more interested. Right. And she says that she's been to the king before then, too. Maybe. I don't know. She's talking about being to the king before, but that she's needed at the castle town in 3 days' time. And that's why she was here. And they're talking about why she was invited to the castle in 3 days anyways. And she says that when she was growing, she's a farmer, right? And she was growing vegetables. She was growing fruit, maybe. She was growing, that's about it that you can grow. But she was growing stuff, and then her farm flooded. And then she couldn't grow anything else anymore. And then Talenthi, or whoever, stopped taking her stuff. And so she got worried, because around that time, her mother got sick. And her mother was sick, and they didn't have money to get her medicine. And so then her mother was still sick because she couldn't get better. And even though she lived with somebody who was a doctor, medicine wouldn't work, you know. So she's talking about how she was getting scared because she was afraid that maybe it meant that they were ostracized from the clan and that something bad was going to happen. And the other people in her, wherever she lived, in the farmlands, weren't wanting to interact with her anymore because they were afraid too that if they interacted with her, whatever was going on, that it would rub off on them, and then they wouldn't have their stuff be taken by the king anymore either. So she was worried, and she went to the castle to try and give some stuff that she had grown, you know, poor beggar, you know, knocking on the castle door, being like, please, will you take my stuff, so please, you know? Who wouldn't want to take a poor girl's stuff? Poor girl, poor mother, sick, not any money having. But they didn't. You see, you probably know this. And by the way, I have a question.
What is your question?
You're very recently whatever you are, right? How long has it been that you've been a seneschal?
I think roughly 6 months.
Why?
Why have I become a seneschal?
Did the other one die?
I was promoted.
Did he not have a seneschal before?
He has another one now, and I'm it.
Well, what happened to the one before?
There are multiple seneschals to the king. It is not just me.
Oh. Oui.
Finch, I walk here. Yes, oui.
Well, I'm just curious, you know? Why would he need multiple seneschals? I don't know. Anyways, so he's gonna, like, get down. He was, like, standing this whole time. He's gonna sit down, sit, and, like, cross his legs. So, you know, they turn her away. She's walking back, defeated. Who wouldn't be defeated after that? You know? I'll come begging to your door, and even then you won't take my stuff? Well, I'm at a loss. What do? Well, get this. She, walking down the street, saw a cart or something in front of her, and a bundle of water just falls right in front of her. Maybe it's a sign from God. She picks this up, not knowing what it was. At least, she didn't really know what she was growing. That's what it seemed to me. So, she picks it up. She goes and she tries to farm it, and it works. Water quarry. Isn't that crazy? I didn't really know what it was until today either, but, well, not today, but then also multiple days after, I've kind of figured out what it is. And that's crazy. That is water quarry? How wild that it would just fall in front of her. So anyways, she grows this. Wait, she brings it to the king, and then they want a lot of it. And you probably know this. So then she's invited, and they tell her that she's not allowed to grow anything else for the rest of her life. So they put up fences, say it's treasonous to go in, that they can't trespass, that she just has to grow that. All her fields become water quarry, and she just has a little tiny bit of normal farming for herself so that they can eat food. But little do they know, she's feeling very complicated. She's feeling very complicated. She's feeling very conflicted about the whole thing, because she doesn't know what water quarry is, except she finds out that water quarry is a good painkiller because she grows a little plant that she doesn't harvest so that she could keep it for herself, because her and a doctor friend were making it into a painkiller to give to her mum. So they were doing that, right? So she knows that it's a good painkiller. But she knows that it's helping some people do some stuff that she's not really sure about, and that she doesn't really feel good about doing it. But she's not really sure what it is exactly. But what's she gonna do? You know, she's gotta help her family. She's gotta help her mum. She's gotta have money. She's gotta have food. So a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. And this lady, the whole time she's listening, you know, she's talking about, oh, your mother's sick. Well, you know, Talenthi people, they're not very good at healing. You know, their downfall was medics. And that during the war, there was something that they couldn't get over, which was the poison that they used. Crazy! Poison? Using during a war? Isn't that like guerrilla warfare tactics? I don't know anything about that. I've heard about it before. Jack has said some stuff about it, But, anyways, Tavumile didn't know about the poison. Says that her doctor friend doesn't ever talk about the war because he was a combat medic, but he doesn't ever want to talk about it. And so she's talking about that. And she's saying, well, you could bring your mother to the Westway Hewers and get her all fixed up. And Tavumile was feeling all conflicted about this because she's like, well, my doctor friend, he's been, taking care of her and doing all that. And this fancy lady is like, you shouldn't leave it up to him because just because of his ego, maybe that's why your mother's not getting better. And she was really pushing for having this girl take her mother to the Westway he was. She was even saying, oh, if you bring your mother to the Hewers, then she'll get better. And then your doctor friend can learn some new skills. So it'd be a win-win for all. But she was really pushing for it. And she was saying that you don't have to pay because you can just trade water query as a form of currency. And apparently, from what is implied, they did that earlier. I don't know what for, but I think that she's telling her to do some bad stuff. I don't know. But she weaves, Oh, another thing. This Tavumile doesn't know her father. And this lady was asking about it. She doesn't know her father, and she doesn't ask because it makes her mother sad. Well, isn't that a good daughter? A good person. Taking care of her mother, not asking questions because it makes her mother sad. She's a real family girl, A real family girl with real good, wholesome values. So anyways, she weaves for whatever reason. I think a flower delivery got arrived. Who knows? Anyways, I'm on the lookout for snacks. And she's not paying attention anymore. So I scurry out from under the couch. I go up the table. I'm balancing an apricot on my nose, some olives in my hands. I have walnuts in my mouth. And then she turns around and she sees me. And I freeze. And she looks at me. And she freezes. And we're having a stand down. And then she lunges at me. She wants me. She wants me. I'm desirable. I'm cute. I'm fluffy. I'm a wat. What do you want from me? And so I'm going to go run away. But then the door opens. And I don't want to be killed. She at least wanted me to be a friend. And so I hop into a pocket. She was wearing a dress that had pockets. So I hop into a pocket. And I'm in her pocket. And there's oats in here. How was I going to know that there was going to be oats in here? I mean, she did say that she had oats, but I didn't think that they were in her pocket, at least in the pocket that I was going to jump in. So I'm in there, gorging myself on oats and eating the apricot and the olives and the walnut, and I'm having a good time. And then I decide to take a nap because it's warm and it's nice. So I take a little nap. And then suddenly, I'm being hoisted out of the pocket, being held up in front of this girl, and we're in a different room, and we're out on a balcony. And she names me Stick, because I'm brown. I think that's a fancy name, right? A nice name, Stick. Why not? Nice to meet you, I'm Stick. It's like, nice to meet you, I'm Douglas Finch Queen. I'm Douglas Stick Queen now.
Finch, focus.
I'm focusing. Anyways. And she starts talking to me about how she misses her mother and how she misses her doctor friend and how she was naming all of the flowers in the garden, saying that she's planted those types of flowers at her house before with the doctor friend and the mother. And then she goes and they're going to go to the ball. And then they're not going to the ball. She goes, she's in a pocket, right? I'm in a pocket. She's in the carriage, which is kind of like a pocket if you think about it. A pocket to the world. So I'm in there. I'm listening, I'm hearing her start to fall asleep. Odd. Why are you falling asleep? The the Mel's house is not that far from the place that we are. I'm not too sure how far it is because I'm not really sure who I am. Where I am. I know who I am. I'm Douglas Stinch.
Douglas Stinch Queen.
I'm Douglas Stick Queen. Right? So, anyways. I'm in this pocket. It's not safe for me to come out now. And I know that I need to get home soon because Dad's probably wondering where I am. It's proper nighttime now. So I'm like, right, once we get to the bow, I'll jump out of her pocket and I'll run all the way home. But she falls asleep. And I hear these knights who are in the carriage with her starting to freak out. And I say, knights, it was one night, but two voices. What was that about? I don't know. I never got to find out. But we go on a long carriage ride out of town to a tower. And I feel her get hoisted up, walking upstairs a really long time. A lot of stairs. And then I feel the dress getting all rustled around. And then I feel it be limp and in somebody's hand and being balled up. And I'm scrabbling, trying to get out of this dress. What's going to happen to me? What's up with the dress? Why is somebody carrying the dress? And then I hear a door shut. And then I hear a fire. The crackling of a fire. The crackling, the burning, the heat of a fire. A strong bonfire. And I jump out of the dress just as it's being thrown into this fire. And I scurry down the stairs and I scurry out of the tower. And I go home and I get grounded for a night because I lost my way in Waypoint Town and they couldn't find me and they were worried sick. Day 1. That's how I know Tavumile. And she doesn't know me. I bet she would if I turned into a rat. You know? He like puts a hand on his hip. If I turned into a rat, I would work the same. And we had a great bond, you know? So, maybe she wants a pet rat back. Maybe she'd be happy to see it.
Finch, why are you telling me about this girl named Tavumile?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it?
Is it interesting?
You're interested in her, it seems.
Does it seem that way?
Well, yes. You kept looking over at her.
Well, you've heard what's been going on, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
With regards to Tavumile Fenra's farm.
Being boned?
So, I think it would be understandable if I was interested in her. Would it not be?
Well, why are you questioning why I'm telling you about it then? If you are interested.
I guess my question is, why do you feel the need to pay attention to something that doesn't concern you?
Well, it did console me. I was a whole part of that. Oh, this story is my first person perspective. My first what? Perspective. He does a little shrug.
You say there was more.
Well, perhaps.
Well, by
why
all
were
means.
we at the castle town? Well, 12 kids in an orphanage. No parents, how sad. You know, gets attacked by tieflings. Why? Why does it get attacked by tieflings? Maybe they're looking for one. Who knows? Looking for a widowed tiefling. A widowed tiefling that maybe is at the orphanage. That's maybe a little hard to pass. A little complicated. Who knows? But everybody makes it out unscathed, except for one guy who died, but that's alright. Because, I don't know, nobody seemed too sad about it, so. So, I'm watching this through a hole in the ceiling. Me and Dad were back at Waypoint Town. I convinced him to take me that I was going to be a good boy. And I was, because I found him again. But he let me walk around town again as a rat. And I made my way through the wet streets underneath the real streets of Waypoint Town, and I found a widow hole that led to a widow orphanage in a widow basement. And I'm listening to a conversation about some people going to the Castle Town, perhaps. Needing a place to stay. How are they going to get there? Transportation. They're going through the tunnels. You know, the ones with the thieves and the assassins. So they're going through the tunnels. They're walking through them. I'm walking through them.
Please continue, Widow.
I'm walking through them with all my wet friends. We're running around, you know. We're running around. They're talking about seeing a dead tiefling. They're talking about all the commotion going on. And I'm curious, you know. I'm a curious little rat. Curiosity killed the cat, but curiosity didn't kill the rat. So, they're talking about maybe needing a place to stay, maybe having to go somewhere. So me, using my better judgment, transform out of my rat self and say, you could come to the Widow Daisy. So, we're going to get money from these people who need a place to stay and somewhere to go. And also, I can get an eventual. They need to go to the Castle Town. That's where you are. I could come and see you, and I could go on an adventure with all these people who are in distress and in need. And guess what? No Tavumile. And bring them here. So I go transform back into a rat. I go ask Dad. And he wants to meet these people. Well, we meet these people. We catch up with them. We're on our carriage going back to the Widow Daisy. They're walking on foot. 12 kids walking on foot. How awful. And so I see them, I get excited, and I jump off of the carriage and break my arm. And it wasn't planned. I didn't mean to do this.
It doesn't look broken. He leans in and starts manipulating the one that you're interested at.
And he's flinging it around. It's not broken because one of the people with him fixed it for me. Fixed it right away. He fixed it right there. It was all better. And then the next day, he was going to fix it even more because it was kind of just put together, but it wasn't fully, the bone wasn't fully formed. And so then the next day, he did it for me and it was agonizing, but it was perfect. And now it's not broken anymore. How wonderful. So, these people, nice, awesome. 2 of them, tieflings. Odd. Anyways, I tell them that I won't tell the guards stuff about them because, there's some interesting stuff. I won't tell the guards about them. If they let me, go with them to the castle town. If they find a way to let me, go with them to the castle town. So now, it's in their hands to convince Mommy and Daddy that I can come with them to the castle town. So, they do a great job. Jack kind of helped, but they do a great job. We come with them to the castle town.
Jack helped?
Well, he found out some information. What are you going to do?
What sort of information did he find out?
Well, nothing. So, we take these kids to the castle town. And that's why we're here.
What sort of information did Jack find out?
I don't know.
Finch.
What?
What sort of information did Jack find out?
Why are you interested?
Jack never weaves the Widow Daisy.
Yeah.
I was wondering what was going on would get him to come with you all the way out here. You too.
He just found out some information.
What was the information that he found out,
There was
Finch?
no information that he found out.
What do you want?
I don't know. What do I want?
You want milk?
This is more than what milk can buy.
I got all the milk you could drink. And I don't just got none of that watery.
How about you help my friends?
Who are these friends?
Couple of guys that let me go on an adventure. They fix my broken arm.
What are their names? Don't suppose I could meet these friends.
No. I don't know where they are right now. But probably you could help them. Why did Tavumile have to see the king?
What are their names?
I don't know.
If you want me to help them, it will be difficult for me if I don't know their identities, Finch. What do I have to help them with? Are they in danger?
I don't know. Are they?
What are their names, Finch?
I don't know.
Well, then I can't help them.
If you help Tavumile.
Of course. She's a Talenthi subject. She was in a difficult circumstance and managed to find her way here. Of course we're going to help her.
Well,
I will say that I do know her identity.
helping her was helping my friends. It seems. What does Tavumile want? What did she talk to the king about?
Oh, is that not something that you already know?
Well, I wasn't there.
You seem to know quite a lot.
I do seem to know quite a lot. What did Tavumile talk to the king about?
Well, Tavumile was concerned about her mother and concerned about finding the person who committed this crime against her and her family.
Who do you think committed the crime?
I'm not at liberty to say,
Oh, you're
especially not to my kid brother.
Kid brother who happens to know a lot?
It doesn't change anything, Finch.
Well, I weaved you a tale.
He's gonna like run his hands through his hair again. Kinda like rub his eyes. Good, roll a perception check.
21.
Dang, what the heck? Something that you are kind of zeroing in on now that you're done being full of adrenaline and excitement, is that you can sort of vaguely smell alcohol, which you're familiar with given that your parents, occasionally partake. But within the Green household, famously, Linus does not drink, especially given his, position.
Are you drunk?
No, I'm not drunk.
You smell like alcohol.
Well, occasionally I have to drink. Occasionally I have to drink socially, Don't want to offend anyone in their customs. So. It is interesting that you happen to be in the same area as Tavumile. I suppose that is serendipity.
I suppose.
But I want you to know that you have not given me any information I did not already know.
You didn't know that the orphanage was in the castle town?
In Waypoint Town?
No. We took the kids here.
Oh, you brought the orphans to the castle town, is what you mean.
An act of service.
How noble. I meant with regards to Tavumile. And these other people that you met with who left the orphanage after it was attacked by the Tieflings. Since I do not know their identity, or what it is they are running from, why they were attacked in the first place, perhaps even where they are going, I don't see how I would be able to help them.
Well, I'm afraid.
What are you afraid of?
You. And what you can do.
What can I do?
I don't want my friends hurt.
You think I would hurt them?
You work for the Talenthi.
You're right, I do work for the Talenthi clan. And the Talenthi clan is large. And it includes us, doesn't it? Our family.
Yeah.
What is the most important thing to you, Finch?
I don't know.
Think about it.
Family, I guess.
The most important thing for me is protecting my clan and my king. And in doing so, I would protect my family and provide for them, even though Dad really won't let me do that at all. And if something was going to get in the way of that, if something was going to get in the way of protecting your family, would you put it first or would you put them first?
How would something get in the way of protecting your family?
I'm not good at this. Figurative language and analogies. Let's say there was this group of people. And we'll say, just for the sake of the analogy, that they've been accused of committing this crime.
Why?
Why?
Linus, who do you think I know?
Let me finish.
Why?
A group of people who were accused of a crime, but they were innocent. And revealing their innocence would lead to potentially an unfathomable loss of life. The destruction of your home, your family, your loved ones.
How would it lead to that?
Of course, you understand I'm talking about a hypothetical scenario. Use your imagination.
I don't want to use my imagination.
You just have to trust me that it's not so easy. And if something were to happen, it wouldn't be because I wanted it to happen. It would be because something else was more important, and that something is you and Mom and Dad and the widow Daisy. And this castle, in this castle town, and all the people who live in the Talenthi clan. I understand that you want to protect these people, but you can't. Something has been set in motion, and I am doing my best to ensure that it ends in the fairest way. But I can't make any promises. And if you want to help me, then you can drop it.
I was lying.
Lying?
All of that, I made it up. It's not true. I don't know anyone.
I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
I'm sorry that you are involved in all of this.
I'm not involved in anything.
He rolls his eyes. Do you know where they are?
No.
You're telling the truth?
Yes.
Do you know where they're going?
No.
If you do, you need to tell me.
I don't know. They were coming ill. And then they couldn't, and then we got separated.
You promise you don't know.
I promise.
If anybody knows, then it's not safe. And I need to tell them to go somewhere else. You understand?
You would tell them to go somewhere else? Or would you send someone there?
Finch. Linus leans forward. A single drop of blood starts leaking from his nose. I know where they are.
Where are they?
If anybody else does, it's not safe. And I would need to tell them to go somewhere else.
You're bleeding.
He, absent-mindedly wipes his nose.
Where are they?
Do you know where they are?
They talked about going somewhere, but I don't know if they're there.
Where did they say?
Where do you think? You're scaring me.
Don't be scared. He wipes his nose. There's more blood coming out. He kind of leans his head back and shuts his eyes. Just tell me if you know.
They said they were gonna go to El Howland, but... Well, they talked about going to El Howland, but they didn't want to go there.
Well, I'll be back. Gets up and grabs something out of his pocket, like a handkerchief out of his pocket. You can see it already has blood on it.
Mm-hmm.
And he puts it to his nose.
Is this something that Finch knows Linus has a problem with?
Not too... I mean, he in his life maybe has had a few nosebleeds, but no.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
What? Why are you bleeding?
Go to sleep.
Why are you bleeding?
Finch.
I just told you a bunch of stuff.
It keeps happening.
Why?
A side effect of something.
Of what?
Go to sleep.
Of what?
I'm gonna go to the infirmary.
What is it that is a side effect of?
Go to sleep.
No.
Some medicine I'm taking.
What medicine?
It's for headaches.
What is it?
Just some medicine.
Stop being so vague. I just told you everything that I know.
Finch, I don't know what's in it.
Why are you getting headaches?
Stress. Stress. You ask me why I'm so stressed out. It's a stressful job, Finch.
Why are you taking medicine for it if you're getting nosebleeds?
Unfortunate side effect.
Why don't you stop?
Well, it's help with the headaches.
Are you lying?
No, I'm not lying. Like, gets another thing out of his pocket, puts it up to his nose. I'm gonna go to the infirmary, alright? You're gonna stay here. I'll be back in a bit. Don't worry.
What? Don't talk to Dad or Jack about this.
I won't. I'll be back. He's gonna slide out the door, shut it, and you hear it lock.
Finch is gonna go forward and, try the handle.
It's locked.
Can he make a perception check to see if there's any small crevices that a rat could fit through?
What's that? Can he still turn into a rat?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Yeah, man!
18.
As a, seneschal's room in a king's palace, it's pretty locked the heck down. As far as, vermin holes are considered. But this is an old, old castle. It is the prior capital until it was changed, and then it was changed back because the new one was destroyed. they couldn't have spackled up every, little rock that crumbled or, it's stone, obviously. And as Finch looks around in the corner of the closet that is filled with just the same robe over and over again, you find a little tiny tunnel that a little baby rat could just squeeze through.
Trying to figure out if he wants to do this.
What is he gonna do other than leave? What's the trajectory?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, is if he wants to do, because he's scared.
Oh, yeah. He's scared, so he wants to escape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna keep that in mind.
Okay.
That's there. And I think he's gonna grab a pillow off the bed and crawl under the bed and put the pillow under there and curl up into a little ball and just lay down.
Cool.
What, make you sad?
Well, I mean, yeah, but I deserve it. So Tavumile and Iffy have retired to their quarters after the dinner, sort of on a somewhat somber note, given the events. And before Linus went to go speak to Finch, he made a little pit stop at in Tavumile and Iffy's room, getting there markedly after they theoretically would have had time to change and Wisty to come.
Right.
That's right. I forgot about that. Wisty to come take down Iffy's hair.
Yeah.
Wisty Jones. I think she was Irish.
She was Cockney.
Oh, is she Cockney? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that now. Right. I'm just getting into the voice now that I know I've got to do it, because I'm an idiot and I forgot. So Wisty Jones would be the first arrival to Tavumile and Iffy's room, and you hear, is there anything they want to say to each other beforehand?
Tavumile, do you still have your coin purse on you? Yes. Why? How much money you got? I don't know. She's going to go to the room, part of the room where it's at, and open it. 4 gold and 1 silver. That's decent. Okay. If I need some of it, are you willing to give it? When would you need some of it? Maybe tonight, depending on how much somebody wants for something. What? Don't worry about it. Just if I need some, are you willing to give some? Do you trust me? Yes, I guess so. All right. Thank you. I think that if he just starts getting back in the clothes that she was in.
And then you hear a little...
Yeah?
Hello? It's me.
All
it's
right.
Wisty. I don't know if you remember.
If he opens the door. Hello?
I came to take down your hair. Specifically,
Right, yeah.
You requested me.
I did. Thank you. Closes the door after her.
She is post dinner revelry ? And you're very somber, and she's like, or not, or we're gonna
What does revelry mean?
after party with the
Oh,
girls.
I see.
She's like, that's why maybe, and then she's been like, I have misread this a lot. Shift immediately in mood. And she's like, would you like to sit down on the edge of the bed?
Oh, I don't really care about you taking my hair down at all. I mean, I could do that. Or you could do it. It doesn't matter.
It's very much up to you, Miss Iffy.
Miss Iffy. Goodness.
Well, you are, that is very much the relationship. So.
I guess so. I was wondering, about that room situation that I asked you about earlier.
Oh yes, the room situation.
Yeah,
So,
how
like,
much you want?
Well,
We don't got much, but
what have you got?
are you gonna take all of it?
Depends on what it is. I mean, if it's 2 copper,
We got gold.
how
Well-
much do you think it's worth?
Well, it has nothing to do with me, so how about, 2 gold? You want more than that?
3.
Alright. She's gonna, like, get up, go to her coin purse, and take out the gold,
Mm-hmm.
and give it to her.
She takes it, bites it.
You think I got fake gold?
She, like, conspiratorially looks around.
What are we doing?
It's, there's a courtyard in the middle of the, castle.
Right.
So if you go from here past the courtyard, there's a hallway on the far left, that you follow down, until you see, like, some potted plants, that are in, like, green pots. I just know, I'm trying to explain it to you. Potted plants that way, and then at the end of the hallway on the left, it's the last door on the left, is where they've got to. That's where most of the Withway guests are staying.
Mm.
It's called the.
I don't want to know this. What? Can we stop, please? It's none of our business. Have me, what's up with you? I want us to stop asking questions. Why? Look, this is information that we could have, is something that somebody that we know needs. No, I don't know. I don't want to know anything anymore. I don't want to ask any questions.
Well, I mean, darling, knowing something like this, I mean, it's the Sea of a Wing. It wouldn't be surprising to know that that's where the Withway guests are staying.
Is it not?
I mean, you could have heard it from anyone just speaking casually, going back to their room in the Sea of a Wing. It's just, if for whatever reason you wanted to know where this girl is, and I just happened to know.
Okay.
But of course, discretion is key.
Oh, yeah.
But I would be happy to find anything else that you'd be interested in knowing for a similar, fee commensurate with the...
Yeah, well, we don't got a lot of money, so...
Yeah. I thought I'd offer that.
Well, somebody may be coming here that might have a lot more to give you. They might want to know a few things. So...
Oh?
Perhaps. I think that Tavumile is like Iffy looks behind her and Tavumile's sitting on the bed just like staring a hole into the ground. Like, because I feel like she's like, I'm not being listened to. I think that Iffy kind of furrows her brows and she's like, yeah, Vareg Thornagold.
He's fit.
You think so?
I mean, I know he's a troublemaker, but he's fit. Proper.
I've only seen him
And he's
once.
a musician. He plays the violin beautifully. I mean, I've never heard it myself, but I've heard.
Or maybe he could play for you.
In my dreams, man. Would you like me to take your head out?
What? Oh, yeah, sure. She's gonna like sit down. If you go bother him when he's here tomorrow, I'm sure that he would be interested to know more stuff that you know.
Oh, and why is that then?
Well, I mean, that girl in that room's his sister.
Well, no, but I mean, I would imagine he knows she's here. So...
Well...
Besides, he's not come to see her tonight. Not that all the parents, not that I said anything to you about it, but none of them have come. So I doubt it's even
Well,
bothering
honey,
at
I
all.
think there's some stuff that you don't know about.
Oh?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's better that way.
Yeah, I think so. But if you're interested in getting more money, I think that's a way to go about it.
Well, thank you for the tip.
Yeah. Talking about someone that's fit, too, you know. Maybe we get more than the tip. Who knows?
Oh, my goodness. Stop moving around.
Oh, okay, sorry.
She's like pulling 1,000 pins out of your hair. Is anything else you want to say to Wisty, or are you just going to let her take your hair down and let her leave?
I think just going to let her take the hair down and let her leave.
Okay, she takes her hair down. You have like more like girl, chat, general shooting the breeze. She like flings some, conversation hooks to Tavumile, who does not at all bite.
Yeah.
And then leaves, very happy with the transaction, seemingly. And so now, while she was there, while you guys were out, the bed was turned down and everything. So it's all ready for bed, and you're all comfy and cozy in some like goofy pajamas that they've get silk freaking monogram.
Like, this feels awful on me.
Yeah, it's like clinging to all of her scars, and she's like, okay, I can focus. And is there anything that they
I think
discuss?
Iffy's like, why were you so worried about that? I mean, we're gonna talk to Foray tomorrow, so no, we're not. What? Isn't that what? I mean, at least I am. That's what we decided, right? No, I don't think that's a good idea anymore. I don't want to ask any more questions. I don't want to pursue this anymore. What? What are you talking about? I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea anymore, and what did he say to you? What are you afraid is going to happen? I'm afraid my mum's going to die. I don't want to ask any more questions. I don't want to look into it anymore. I care about Thalen, but I don't know what to do about it, and I hope he's alright, but can we just let Master Green take care of that? And Foray and his sister, he's gonna have to figure that out himself. I don't want to talk to him anymore. Why are you afraid all of a sudden that your mom's gonna die? Is that something that he told you? I think Tavumile just kind of like looks down, like she's not looking at Iffy, and she doesn't say anything. Like I feel like she's just playing with her hands. I mean, the only way he's gonna know if you told me anything is if I say it. I'm not gonna do that. I don't know if that's the only way he would know. I don't know how anyone knows anything at all. I don't want to be the reason my mum dies. I'm starting to feel like that's more likely than me seeing her again. That's not true. Tavumile, we ain't gonna play this game, alright? What game? You have come all this way. You've done so many things these past few days that you never would have thought that you would have done. Yeah, there's been a few missteps. But you've made it here. We're not gonna withdraw in on ourselves because you're scared. Because somebody said something to you. That has been a possibility this entire time. You know, Lucian dying has been a possibility this entire time. There is the only thing that you can do to make that not happen is by trying to get her back. As long as she's with them, they can do whatever they want. And besides, you're afraid your mom's gonna die. I'm assuming that he probably indicated to you that she wasn't already. How do you know that's true? What? Maybe she is already. You don't know anything at all. Just like how he doesn't know anything at all. There's no way that he would know what you're asking, what you're telling me, unless he had some kind of spy in this room that I can see every single wall in. You need to stay strong, alright? This isn't a message that you need to cease all action. This is a message that can't be obvious anymore. That posturing is not something that's going to get you what you want. Posturing. That's what you did with him. Going up to him to have a conversation. Showing you're not afraid that you have stuff that they want. Stuff like that. Now we know that's not going to work. I get that you're scared. But you've been so brave this entire time. Hell, you've been a lot braver than your boy that's been to war. Okay? You're not gonna let that all crumble because a conversation scared you. But what if she does die? What if she does? That would be horrible and awful and sad. If none of this happened, your mom could have died the next day anyways. Life isn't guaranteed to us. I mean, you gotta choose every day to live it. And quite frankly, I think that people can choose when they die. But you can't choose it for them. That's a decision they make themselves. So, anyone you love in your life, them dying, that could happen at any moment. And choose when you die. Yeah. I mean, I never wanted to. So I never did. What if like a big rock crushes you? Splats your head everywhere. I don't feel like you can choose whether you die or not from that. Well, I can explain to you why it is a choice. But that's besides the point of what I'm trying to explain to you right now. Look, maybe it just applies to me. Maybe I get to choose when I die. But she could die at any moment. So could Lucian. So could you. I mean, anything could happen all of the time. It's just right now it seems to be more in your face than it ever was before. More in the forefront of your mind. What would you do if she died? I'd be really sad. Mm-hmm. And then what? I don't know. then you'd keep living if you chose to do so. You know, life goes on. And it'll hurt less. Same thing if Lucian died. People are going to die around you eventually. People already have. You just don't have as much attachment to them, probably. What do you mean? Well, I mean, you ever hear of a neighbor dying, their grandparents dying, or walk past a funeral procession? Yeah. There you go. Death is happening daily. And everybody keeps on living. The world keeps on spinning. It's awful and it's horrible and it can stick with you for a really long time. But eventually you'll be able to put all of it into a little box, put it on a shelf somewhere, and you'll be able to live in that little space in your brain without constantly having it in your face. How do you know? How does that make it any better? Oh, it doesn't make it better. Knowing that doesn't make it better. But that is what would happen. And that's something to think about. I mean, now you don't have to think about what if she dies. That's what would happen. And I know because, well, I've known a lot of people who've died at Tavumile. A lot of friends. A lot of strangers. You have to become pretty good at compartmentalizing grief when it happens almost every day. So, you would not be the cause of Lucian nor your mother's death if that were to happen. The cause would be whoever made that happen. Whoever was the one to do it. That's who would be at fault. The only way that you would be the reason is if you did it yourself. People are... They don't like taking responsibility for their own choices, so they try to put it on other people. It is a hard thing to kill someone. It's not something that's pleasant. It's not something you ever get used to. It goes against everything in your nature to do that. So to make themselves feel better about it, they always say it's somebody else's fault. Unless you actually did it, it could never be your fault. Alright? Okay. Yeah, who is it?
Seneschal Green.
Ah. Just gonna like stand up, squeeze Tavumile's shoulder and go open the door.
He walks in and looks like he's gonna start talking and sees Tavumile and is like, you watch him kind of rethink his tone. And he's like, I was told by some of the guards that you were seen in the courtyard with a certain high elf.
Yes.
I see you've not listened to my request.
I'm sorry.
I would thank you to...
It won't happen again.
It will not. Is everything all right? I suppose that's a stupid question.
No.
Would you care to tell me what's going on?
I think Iffy's gonna kind of look at Tavumile and, like, see what decision she makes, because she's like, I don't know, really. I don't know. I'm afraid to.
Has there been a threat made on your wife, or...
Not mine.
Whose?
My mother.
I see. Well, let this be a lesson to you.
Oh, come on now.
I apologize for my candor. It's been a long day. I'm sure you can sympathize with that.
I'm really sorry.
I'm certain that you are. It was at my discretion that you were given the freedom to move about the castle freely.
You taking that away?
Well, you see, I don't have the authority to, unless I have a reason to detain you, and if it's for your safety, in the eyes of the Talenthi government, that is reason enough.
He wanted to protect me. At least that's what he said.
What who said?
The high elf I was talking to.
I see.
That's what he told me to.
Well, seems you're well protected.
Look, if you want to have guards follow us around, that's fine.
That's exactly what I intend to do. But for now, you sweep. For the love of God.
For the love of God.
And the door will be locked by me from the outside. Just for my peace of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, if you would like to leave, that is up to you, as I said. But while you remain a ward of this castle in our care, I intend to take care of you.
Yes, sir. I had a question, though.
Excellent.
What are you doing about trying to find Thalen? Because we've received word that he's out of the city, heading to Westway territory.
Well, it seems my efforts were not sufficient.
What efforts was that?
Are you doubting my abilities?
I'm doubting whether or not you care.
Care about your friend or care in general?
I don't know. I guess care about my friend.
I care about the Talenthi clan, Talenthi subjects. If your friend was a Talenthi subject, of course.
Well, just because he's a damn high elf, that bare
Was he a
minimum
citizen of
effort.
Waypoint Town?
Yes.
Then he's a Talenthi subject. If you would like to berate me for failing, here I am.
I'm not going to berate you for failing.
I've told you, if you'd like to leave, that was the door. I'm not going to stop you.
Is there anything you could do now?
For your friend? Probably not.
What does that mean for him then?
I don't know.
Thank you for trying.
Anything else?
Could we send to him?
I'll be back. He contains just pure irritation.
Yeah. I think Taviel's like...
And he leaves with no indication as to when he's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything else you wanted to say to him?
No.
Okay. After that, he leaves, but you get sort of the sense that he's not really on your schedule.
Yeah.
You know, at some point he will theoretically be back with a sending potion.
We might as well go to sleep. Why? When's he gonna be back? It's not like, he's waiting hand and foot on us. It's not his job. If he comes back, he'll wake us up. And might as well get some sleep while we're at it. Do you think we can do anything for him? For what? For Thalen. Oh. Look, I can think of plenty things that we could attempt to go do. And then I can think of plenty ways that would go very, very poorly for all of us. I don't think so. Nothing at all. And if it's true, he's being taken to the Wethway territory. We would have to travel there, find him, find out where he is, and then hatch some kind of plan to get him out of wherever he is. Going up against all of the Wethway military. It's not something that I think we should choose. I don't think it's in your best interest, and you already have something that you're trying to figure out. And I'm just one person. I don't think that I could. It doesn't feel right. No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. But I don't know what you want from me, from that. I'm just as frustrated and pissed off as you probably are. So, probably more so. I'm going to go to sleep. You should too. So, good night, Tavumile. Good night. Iffy is going to lay down and face away from Tavumile, her freaking ear, their good ear.
Mm-hmm. Slammed into the pillow.
Tavumile is going to lay down on her bed and just kind of stare at the ceiling.
So Finch is going to bed, if not asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Iffy is going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Tavumile has gone to bed.
Yeah.
And then everybody camping, except for Yezi, who's doing the rounds, has gone to sleep. And you all sleep. And in sleep, you're sort of joined together. You know, at least you're probably all doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you trust that you have an idea of what you'll wake up to. What does Etheod hear that wakes him up?
I don't know, branch snapping.
Branch snaps next to his head, so it sounds like under his head.
Yeah.
It's so loud. Does he freak out, stir? How does he react when he hears that noise?
I think he kind of just eyes snap open and he looks around.
Mm-hmm. And you're scanning. Takes you a minute. You're blinking, eyes adjusting to things. You realize that the fire's out now. Mm-hmm. Makes it easier even to see than it would have if Atil's gone. And so is Mio.
Okay.
You look next to you. You see that Fingers and Lucian are gone.
I think Etheod sits up and he goes, "This isn't real. No. No. But no. Um, um, I'm dreaming. It must be. Must be. No.
It's funny because the world looks familiar, but sort of in a nostalgic sort of way. It's not like the familiarity of the place that you fell asleep in, but it feels right. This is a place that you have fallen asleep in. And you lie back down, or do you lie back down, or what's your...
I think he kind of sits up and looks around.
Looking around, trying to get your bearings, and you see that around you, you notice that you're looking through kind of like fronds of amaranth that is surrounding you.
Yeah.
And the smell fills your nose as you look around and try and kind of get your bearings. You hear another click kind of off in the distance, like something shifting.
Okay. I think that he kind of like tilts his head up to listen. He's just silent, like quieting his breathing so his own breathing doesn't like interfere with his hearing.
Mm-hmm. And you hear another sound and another one of branches and leaves crunching underfoot. And then all of a sudden the day comes, or some sort of equivalent extreme sort of light source. It almost seems like on one side of you, as it gets closer and closer, or covers more and more of your field of vision, the one side of the world is still nighttime, completely dark, and the other side is daytime.
Okay.
And you look in the direction of the sound, and you see it's not so bright that it would be blinding. Not to a tiefling, so it's got to be reasonably still dim.
Yeah.
But to Etheod, it is sufficient. Sort of like a dusk, or just the beginning of sunset or sunrise. And you see coming into focus on the other side of the fronds of amaranth is a woman.
She's a tiefling?
A tiefling woman.
Okay. I think he kind of like hides back a little bit.
She has long curly hair and pinkish white skin.
Etheod's gonna stand up.
The moment you stand up, she, who is just kind of walking in your direction, sort of in a stupor, looks up and meets your eyes.
Luta?
Etheod?
Etheod's gonna reach up. Is his horns missing?
Yes. And this is... You've never seen a tiefling that looked like Luta before,
Yeah.
but this girl is much older.
How old?
Oh, like a teenager.
Okay. Etheod's gonna like look down at himself, and he like looks like himself, like the age of 16.
Etheod looks down at himself, kind of doing the like check my whole body,
Yeah.
And realizes that he is wearing the dark black dress of someone of a much higher status than him, who he might have had cause to see once, maybe, in his entire life in the Odazar clan.
Oh, like seen them walking around somewhere. Okay.
But like dark black velvet with sort of white gold, filigree.
Okay.
It is incredibly uncomfortable, to the point that you can't believe that you didn't notice that you were wearing it before.
Yeah.
But you look like $1 million. And you kind of look down at yourself. All your stuff is gone. All of your things that you have collected or that you have generally are gone. And you're dressed in this outfit. And as you look back up at her, you see what she's dressed in, a long golden cape and a long-sleeved dark purple dress that has gold threads woven into it in like a quilted pattern. And she's dripping in jewels. And she is wearing, as a necklace, at the end of a pendant on her chest, a twisted black horn.
Like, full horn? Or, like, a replica?
Well, I mean, roll a insight check.
Okay. 5.
It's gotta be like the little end bit.
Oh,
because it's like tiefling horns are big, you know. It's gotta be like the end bit on a chain around her neck, and she is staring at you wide-eyed, like the face of God, you know.
I feel like he's like looking around, and he looks back at her, and he's like, "You're not real."
Etheod, where are you?
What?
You have to tell me where you are.
What?
Etheod. She's gonna like start making her way towards you.
He like kind of takes a step back.
She runs up to you and kind of stops before she reaches you.
He doesn't move back anymore, but he like has his hands up, like kind of just up, palms facing her.
Mm-hmm. She grabs onto your hands with hers.
He's like wrapped in the fact that she feels real.
Mm-hmm. She does. Like, very real. She grabs your hands and pulls them away from you and throws your own arms around her, kind of.
What are you doing?
Etheod. I wanted to talk to you for so long.
What is this?
And she's like sobbing into you.
Yeah.
Like her arms wrapped her, and she's like crushing you to her.
I think that he is crying, but he's not. It's like not showing in his voice or anything. It's just tears running down his face.
Where are you? You have to tell me.
What is this? What is this?
Etheod, tell me where you are. I'll come to you.
What?
Tell me where you are so I can come to you, Etheod.
What is going on?
Tell me where you are!
He's gonna like separate himself.
She's like pulling, like grabbing onto your clothes and like pulling herself towards you still.
Let go of me.
I'm scared, Etheod.
Let go of me.
She shakes her head. Tell me where you are.
No.
I've been looking for you for so long.
What do you mean?
I knew you were alive. And she wraps her fingers around the horn on her chest. I knew you were.
Is that mine?
She told me that you weren't, but I knew that you were.
Who told you?
And I'm going to find you.
Luther, what the fuck are you talking about?
Don't you want me to?
I don't know.
Wouldn't you want me to? Don't you love me?
What?
Don't you miss me? She reaches out to like grab your clothes again.
Luther, what is it? Is this some kind of potion
I
stuff?
searched for you for so long.
What are you talking about?
We did. And I'm so close.
Who?
And I don't want to wait anymore.
Who? Who told you I was dead? Who are you searching for?
I can't say.
Why?
Why are you backing away from me?
'Cause you're scaring me.
I thought you would be happy to see me.
I've wanted to see you. I think about you, but You're scaring me. I don't... Is Luta a nickname?
Luta's my name.
Who's my Lutana?
Why do you want to know?
They're looking for me too.
I know.
Are you my Lutana?
I look different now, don't I?
Yeah. My Lutana's the queen.
Are you angry with me?
For what?
I never told you. Are you angry?
No. No, I'm not angry.
I wasn't allowed to talk to you.
I thought your parents went around.
Well, they weren't. And now they're not.
What do you mean?
They're gone?
And that's a good thing?
No.
Why are you smiling?
But it doesn't matter. Because if I find you, then we can go away together. Like you said we would. Like you promised me.
Promised? What do you mean I promised?
And we'll go somewhere where she can't find us.
Who's she? Person you can't say. They said I'm wanted for treason. To put me on trial.
She shrugs her shoulders.
You don't know?
I know why I want you. Don't you want me to? I missed you, Etheod.
Luta, you barely knew me. I was 10. I want to see you again, but I don't. I'm different.
She's gonna grab her necklace and say, like you promised me. You promised me. You said we would get married.
What?
You don't remember.
Are you talking what? About when we were in the tree? That was no. I didn't say that. I said.
There were so many times.
What do you mean?
So many times we talked about it.
Getting married?
You promised me.
Dude, I didn't promise you I would marry you. I don't.
But you will now.
What?
You will now.
Marry you?
I've been looking for you for so long.
Dude, I don't want to get married.
You will. When I find you, you'll see. She's gonna walk towards him, like gotten to her feet. She's gonna walk towards him and put her arms out to like reach for his hands.
Is out of all the jewelry that she's wearing, is there something that he could pull off? Because, like, like brooches.
She has earrings on.
Are they like clip-ons?
No, they're full. I mean, you could pull them off. She has I mean, you don't know anything in her hair. She's got like stuff in there, but it's probably affixed somehow. She has necklaces. She has like rings and bracelets. You could make a shot at one of those. And then the horn one.
Okay. I think that she had reached out to touch him again. Mm-hmm. He's going to let her, and he's going to move his hand down to cover her hand, and he's going to try to sleight of hand a ring off her finger.
Okay.
Because I think what he's hoping is that if he is holding on to something from here, if this is some weird alchemy stuff, that he'll have it when he wakes up.
Okay.
He's like, he's not sure, but he's like, I don't know.
Right.
16?
As you take her hands in yours, you can feel her like shuddering in excitement as she like holds on to yours. It's like you're getting it, you know?
I think that he's like shaking a little bit because he's like terrified of this.
But you fully are able to dislodge a ring from her finger.
Okay.
And as you kind of take her hands in yours and you go like French drop that ring in your sleeve or something, she holds on to you, and then she holds on to your, like clings onto your arms and like pulls herself into you. And she was like,
he's like so stiff.
I was so scared, Etheod. You're being so cold to me. Don't you need to tell me where you are so I can find you?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Why not?
I'm not going back.
I don't want to be here. We can go somewhere else. Just tell me where you are.
Don't you want to be there? You're the queen.
Because you hear a gasp. And in that instant, Luta turns her head, holds onto you even tighter. And there's she turns her head towards something that she's afraid of.
He's gonna like look.
And you don't see anything.
What are you looking at?
Are you looking at the thing or are you looking at her?
I'm looking at, I think if I don't see anything, I'm gonna look at her.
You look back at her and you see that her body is on the back of her curly head of hair. There's pooling blood.
Luta?
And you see her flesh start to fall away from her bones and leaves behind a dripping red skeleton.
He fully lets go and backs up.
And it reaches out to Etheod and kind of shudders and calls out in a monstrous voice, "Long live the queen." And collapses in front of him. Go ahead and make a wisdom save with disadvantage.
Fuck. 8.
Okay. How many hit points does Etheod have?
Holy shit! 22!
Okay.
Does he have more now? His max is 23. He's been asleep for a bit.
No, it's after the long rest. What alerts Yezi to the fact that something is wrong?
With Etheod?
Yeah.
I think he's making, like, strained noises. I think that Etheod is trying to wake up. I think that he's, like, smacking his head, like, trying to get himself to wake up, like, in the dream. And I think that Yezi, like, hears him making strained noises and, like, moving around. Mm-hmm. And I think that she, like, rushes over to him.
And as you see that, Yezi would see that Fingers is kind of that he's like getting to his feet to see what's going on. Lucian's kind of like coming around from his trance. And Fingers gets to Etheod first and he's like, "What is going on?" He's like shaking him. And he looks up at Yezi. "Can you go kick him awake?"
Yes. And she's gonna like go over to Lucian and like shake him.
What is
Something
it?
is wrong with Etheod.
What? What do you mean? And he gets up, kind of goes over to him, and Etheod's like convulsing on the ground. Wake up, man! What's going on? And like shaking his clothes. And Lucian, the moment that Etheod feels something freezing cold on his neck in the dream, and gasps awake in Finger's arms. What's up, mate? Are you alright? You took 12 points of psychic damage.
Jesus Christ. I'm at 10 hit points.
Oh, well. How is that physically manifesting?
I think he can't like make words for like I think like his brain is trying to catch up with everything that's going on around him.
Is there like a physical symptom? Like, does his head hurt, or is he like
I feel like his
bleeding
whole
somehow?
body
Like,
is shaking like crazy, and I feel like probably like his ears and nose are bleeding.
It's alright, mate. It's alright. I've got you. Back up. Go get my bag. And Fingers is gonna be like, gets bag. You hear from far away Vatil making some noise, telling everyone to shut up or something. It's alright, mate. I've got you. It's alright. Can you tell me what's going on? What's your name? Etheod. Come on, mate. What's your name? First and last. Come on. Do you feel my hand on your neck? Know it if you can. What's going on? He's gonna like, you hear maybe him like reaching into his bag looking for a potion. It's gonna be alright, man. I'm working on it, mate. Hold on. Right, Etheod. I want you to drink this, okay? I'm gonna help you. He like pops the cork off with his thumb. And he's gonna kind of like put it in Etheod's hands and kind of help him drink it. So he gives that to you to drink. And you feel kind of everything just kind of calms down a little bit. You still feel pretty rough in terms of like physically, but you don't feel the need to like be convulsing or anything like that. There we go. It's all right, mate.
Etheod's gonna feel his sleeve, like the one that he slipped the ring in, and feel to see if anything's there.
There's a ring in it.
He's gonna like shake his sleeve out and get it in his hand and like look at it.
What's going on, man?
I don't know. I don't know.
What you mean? Etheod? What you mean you don't know? It's alright, we're just going to be quiet for a bit.
I don't know what's happening.
It's a nightmare.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a nightmare.
Of course it was.
No.
You've been asleep here
It
the whole
was
time.
real. I took this from her.
It has blood on it too. Lucian's gonna take it in his hand. Are you bleeding? I'll take your sleeves up a bit. He rolls your sleeves up. Etheod, are you bleeding?
What?
Are you bleeding?
No.
Are you sure? Do you need me to make sure?
No, I'm fine.
Where did you get this?
She was talking to me.
Who was?
Luther. In my head. Luther. She was wearing that. And I took it. So it's real.
It's quite odd.
She said she's been looking for me.
Has she? Well, clearly she hasn't found you.
She has.
Why do you think that?
Her name's Malutana. She's the queen.
What?
I didn't know.
Etheod,
I didn't
you're
know.
talking nonsense.
No, I'm not.
Etheod. It's your little friend that you're talking to me about.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on with this. He's holding the ring up. But no one was here. No one touched you. You
She
see?
was in my head. She was in my head. We were somewhere else, and she was there, and she was talking to me. And she wanted me to tell her where I was.
Did you?
No.
Well, that's good.
She was so scary.
Was she?
Her parents are dead, and she was wearing a piece of my horns.
Etheod, just because this happened doesn't mean that it's real.
No, it was. It is. That proves that it's real.
I don't know why I insist on treating you like a child. There's a very good possibility that it was real. But if you didn't tell her where you are, then she doesn't know. Clearly she doesn't, or else she wouldn't be asking.
She was scared of someone.
Who was she scared of?
She wouldn't say. She wouldn't say. And then she at the end, she it's like she saw somebody, I couldn't see them, and then she was pleading, and then all of her flesh fell away from her. And all I heard was, "Long live the Queen," and then I couldn't wake up.
It's alright, mate.
I think she's crazy or something. She
Calm down, mate. Deep breath. There you go.
She wants me so I can marry her.
Oh?
She said I've promised before that I promised to take her away, and I've never done that. She said that she's been looking for a long time, and that she's close to finding me, and if she does, I would get married to her and to take her away from there.
I know that's going to happen.
Somebody else is looking too. She wouldn't say who. Pavilion. Tieflings I killed, they took them at the Pavilion. Maybe that is...
Did she say her name? Or with the name?
No. No. She said she couldn't.
You say you didn't say anything, or...
No. Just all of a sudden he started struggling.
I've gotten the finer points. I expect everything is alright now. Well, we'll keep this safe. Lucian takes the ring and puts it in the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
For now. We're going to need to get some rest.
No.
Yes. Etheod. Etheod. Come on, man. You can't stay up all night.
What the?
Turn out the day if you staying up all night, mate. I can't make you anything to help you either. Help you sleep, I mean. Easy, we'll take over a bit.
Okay.
Get some rest.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to tell Mio?
You might as well.
Okay. Yes, he's gonna walk over to Mio. Like, shake her awake and tell her.
I'm surprised she didn't wake up when I got up. Well, lad. Seems like someone's been dying to speak to. Has this ever happened before?
No.
What now? I don't know, you say she was afraid of this person. Well, maybe she's not allowed to. Clearly there's something going on.
She seemed happy that her parents are dead. Like she killed them or something.
She's not going to hurt you. She's not going to touch you.
I think Etheod rubs his nose with the back of his hand and he looks down and he sees all the blood on it.
Mm-hmm.
He reaches up to his nose and feels it coming out. He's like,
You're right, man. It's right. Yeah. And Lucian takes a handkerchief out of his pocket and presses it up to his nose.
Mm-hmm.
To stop in a bit. I've got something in here. It's not very substantial, but starts pulling out this fabric from the bag.
Mm-hmm.
It's patchwork, whatever the heck. It looks, but it looks also singed and it was caught in the crossfires of whatever Lucian escaped from.
Yeah.
Lucian's gonna say to Batil, "I'll take it from here, mate. Go get some sleep." Batil's gonna put his hand in front of Etheod's face so that he knows that he's gonna touch him.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna put his hand on his shoulder and give it a squeeze and say, "It's alright, Etheod."
I think Etheod just kind of shakes his head, or nods his head.
Mm. Pats him on the shoulder.
I think Mio's kind of eyeing Etheod and all them, and she's gonna walk around the perimeter. She's gonna cast Alarm, which is, I can read it to you later, but it will signal her if anybody steps into the space.
Okay.
That isn't the creatures she's chosen.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So you cast that. Fingers is very nearby, but kind of doing like an NPC impression. Like he's just like, I'm here if you need me, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Lucian seems like he's got this. And I would imagine Yezi is near him. You ought to get some sleep. You ought to try at least.
How long had Yezi been doing watch? Had it been like 4 hours?
No, it had
Okay.
been like 2 hours maybe.
Okay.
So it'll be like, it's 4, what is it, 4 continuous hours of sleep that you need? Or is it, can you split it up?
I don't know.
We'll say you can split it up.
Okay.
So it's going to be like, you do a 2-hour watch, Lucian does a 4-hour watch, and then you do another 2-hour watch.
Okay.
Like, you get the sense that that's
Yeah.
on the whatever. And then Mio's just doing whatever she wants.
Wake me up in 2 hours.
2 hours?
I mean, if he wants to do a full 4, it's fine.
Well, I'm sure he'll wake you up when he's ready.
Just want him to get rest too.
He will, yeah.
Okay, if he doesn't wake me up in 4, if you're awake, wake me up. But you need sleep too.
Yeah. I think Fatile's asleep already.
Well.
Guess he was knocked out.
Cool.
Get some sleep.
Okay. She's gonna lay down. Close her eyes.
Etheod is, for all intents and purposes, in Lucian's arms.
Mm-hmm.
And Lucian has kind of, like, wrapped this piece of, like, quilty-looking fabric around Etheod. And Etheod was just kind of, like, in the middle of, like, a flat ground. And Lucian's gonna, like, look at him and say, you don't need to be worried. Everything's alright.
I don't even have to be here to hurt me.
But you are alright.
She seemed insane.
Etheod, please. This is not going to help you. You hurt. You've got to try to calm down.
Okay.
I just want you to lie here and I'm going to find out exactly where you sus wrong.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
We've got Mio watching our back.
Okay.
Let's just lie still.
Okay.
He lies him down and he's looking in your eyes, looking in your ears, all that. Just kind of quietly, I don't know what to do about this. Not at the moment. Not in the middle of the night. In the forest. But that doesn't mean that there's nothing that can be done about it.
Okay.
I'm right here with you.
Okay.
I won't be able to find anything to help you in the forest tonight. I'm sure there's herbs I could use, but it's not safe, is it?
No.
So, we'll just stay up tonight.
Okay.
Have you got that book still?
Yeah.
I'm going to go get out your stuff, right?
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
He gets up and walks over, comes back, sits down with his back against the tree. Etheod's upper body is like against his legs. He's gonna look at Etheod and kind of smile and say, one day I'll read you a book Just for fun. And he starts reading.
I think that probably after a couple chapters, Lucian could notice that Etheod's like fighting sleep. Like his body is betraying him, essentially. And I think that you see his eyes like lids kind of shutting and him snapping them back open and like squeezing his eyes to try to stay awake. And I think eventually, like without him wanting to, he falls back asleep.
I think we should wake him up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He shakes his shoulder a little bit. It's right, mate. We're just going to have you stay up tonight.
Okay.
If I know what this is, well, I don't have anything I can use to hear you.
I think that he's like focusing so hard on just staying awake.
Talk to me. Tell me something.
About what?
Whatever you want to. Yeah, Etheod, come on.
I don't know. I like videos, tattoos.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I think he looks like a tramp. I guess he is.
Oh, a tramp.
Yeah.
I think they look cool.
I guess they're quite cool. Don't let Cynthia know I said that, though.
Does he have tattoos?
He does. He thinks it makes him cool. I think it makes him look like a tramp.
Fun.
Oh? What tattoo do you want?
I don't know. If I got a map on my hand, then I would always have one.
Your hand's quite a small map.
I could just look at it.
You get one on your chest, all the way across.
It'd be hard to read.
They're hard to read already, mate. Dark bloody purple.
I could get a white tattoo.
Look like a horrible infection. I'm going to touch you.
Okay.
He's going to take his... It's cold out and he's cold and everything's cold. And he's going to take his cold hand and put it at the very top of your shoulders. Wake up.
I'm awake.
You're fading, mate.
I'm sorry.
Don't be, I understand. I hate to do this to you.
I don't want to go to sleep.
It's just a precaution. Once we're a bit more equipped.
She was yelling at me.
Do you want to talk about it? Genuinely? Or do you feel like you have to?
I want to talk about it.
What? Tell me.
We were in... I wonder if she could choose where we went. We were in a field. I would sleep there a lot when I was a kid. That's why my favorite color is pink. It always smelled really good. And the fronts were really high, so no one knew you were sleeping there. And I'm not allergic. But that's where we were. And she looked. She'd be 14 now.
14.
She looked 14.
forget how young you are sometimes.
She wasn't explaining anything. She just wanted me to tell her where I was. And then she screamed at me.
No. Doesn't sound like she was in her right mind.
No.
Or maybe she couldn't explain it to you. Maybe she didn't know.
She was so scary.
I'm sorry.
She was wearing purple. A dress with a gold cape. And all this jewellery. And a necklace that had a piece of my horn.
How do you know?
I asked her.
A piece of your horn.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a chunk of it or something.
It's the tip of it. She must have broke it off. She was there when they got cut off.
Stay with me, mate.
I don't know why she wants me to marry her. It sounds so ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but she's not in her right mind.
She said I promised that I would take her away from there. I promised that we would get married. I remember she would ask when we were kids sometimes. I would always tell her I didn't want to get married to her. She would say that it would just be I couldn't talk to other girls. And maybe she thought that because I didn't, I agreed.
Maybe she just wanted it to be true.
Yeah. We were so young. I don't know why she would hold on to that all this time.
Well, I mean, if she's 14-year-old queen of the Odaza clan, and both of her parents are dead, does it seem like she's had the most typical upbringing? I can imagine her being prone to unreasonableness.
She said that she wasn't allowed to talk to me.
Oh.
When we were kids. I one time saw her go into the castle. And I asked her about this, and she said that if I didn't stop, we wouldn't be able to see each other again. So I stopped. I didn't really care at the time, and then she was gone for a while, and I realized how lonely I was. I took the ring to prove to myself that this wasn't just a dream. I didn't know if it was gonna work or not. I wanted to take my oar, and I wasn't sure if I could get it off her.
Well, it's good that you've got something.
Yeah.
You sure that that is what that is?
What do you mean?
It's not just a ring that you happen to have, mate.
No.
You're certain?
I'm certain.
I believe you.
I took it off her hand and put it on my sleeve. I let her touch me so I could touch her hand.
I'll have a look at it later.
Can I see it now?
Sure. Unzips his bag and takes it out.
Etheod's gonna take it and look at it.
As you look at it and you spin it around, it's got like very light yellow gems inset in it. And go ahead, roll an insight check.
13.
You see as you turn it around that on the inside there is a maker's mark. So like, I don't even know if that's what you call it. Some sort of indent in the ring, which is done stylistically, but it looks like it is a
indication of who made
the ring, yeah.
But there's no like name or anything.
No.
Okay.
It's just like something. It appears to be a very stylized infernal letter.
Okay. What is the letter?
B.
Okay. Like he's just kind of spinning it around in his hand. I think he's gonna put it on a finger where it fits. Just bring his hands down.
Are you sure?
What?
You want to wear it?
I don't know.
Here, let me take it. We'll be sure we don't lose it. I don't think that you're in your right mind. He takes it off and puts it back in his bag.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wish I could think of something to talk to you about, something interesting.
It's okay.
I could tell you about the time that Tavumile got stuck in a tree, and I climbed up to get to Ed. She got a dress stuck, and once I freed it, she climbed down, and I got stuck in the tree.
Sure.
Well, it was at the end of a really long day too. So there's my, excuse, I guess. And I went over for dinner. Mum told me she wasn't there. All right. Well, guess I've got to go find her. And Lucian launches into this story.
Mm-hmm.
As the night continues on.
Yep.
That's where we're going to end this episode of Nat 2.
Oh my goodness gracious. What the fuck?
Yeah. What's funny is I was going to end it right before Etheod woke up, and I was like, who am I fooling? You're not going to let me do that.
It's like a Nightmare on Elm Street situation.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I've never seen it, because I'm a widow baby.
Freddy Krueger visits you in your dreams and kills you in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
How fun.
When I saw that movie as a kid, I was terrified to go to sleep because I was like, he's going to kill me
in my sleep.
Now, this is Etheod, but like real life, you know? Like for him.
Well, we'll see how it resolves. Goodbye.
Bye.
You like that, Daddy?
Holy good Christ.